You know what? This is actually a very good example on this daily chart of what could be a good breakout. You have something that's been in an uptrend, made a high, and then you can see that it pulled back. And during this pullback, what you're getting is these higher lows. This is precisely what I like to see. Higher lows leading up to the resistance. And then when it breaks a resistance for a breakout trade, that's your entry zone. The stop a little below it in this thing going long. This is precisely how I'm trading these days with the futures market, with all of them, really. I'm just looking for this. Just look for a particular resistance or support, the other way around. And then the pullback, and you're waiting for basically the price to get closer and closer and closer. In this case, the buyers are taking over. And buyers taking over, you're not looking at the tops of the candles, you're actually looking at the bottoms. You're looking at these higher lows. Buyers are buying at higher and higher prices. And if they happen to break the resistance right there, that's your trigger for an entry. Very simple. I'm doing this on a 30-minute chart on most things. And the stop below, and then you go, you measure your move, or you have a target overhead. It's a very simple way to trade. You don't need much else. I mean, if you have just one strategy and you just do this, you just look for this kind of setup on a 30-minute or a daily even. I think a 30 makes more sense for the day trading perspective. You don't need to do a lot more. You can just look at the few tickers, 5 or 6, and if one of them sets up, that's it. Easy enough to go. And that's actually precisely the strategy I'm working on. Now in this, you're not using any predefined levels, right? The levels are just defined by the most recent resistance or support. So I think it's a simple way to go. See if we can find any other instances of this sort of thing. Again, I've been looking at the futures market, so.
MU could be also a good example on that, Avi, which is on the same sector and has been following the same kind of trend.
Okay, yeah, let's look at MU then. Yeah, there you go. You have it. I can see it right here. So you have that obvious resistance, right? And then you're getting these higher lows. And in this case, did it make a new high? Yeah, it did make a new high. Well, it's a daily chart. If you enter here, you have a stop out. And then you'd re-enter when it, again, breaks the high over here again with higher lows. And stop a little below it, and you're in this thing. This is a daily chart thing. For sure, yeah, good catch on this. Let's go for more of a smaller perspective out. We don't get the pre-market price action with this. Let's just go the daily. Anyways, it's the same thing. I'm doing the same kind of setup on a 30-minute charts. Of course, I'm looking at all the candles, even when the market's closed. But yeah, good catch. It's right there. So this particular one would have happened on the 19th of December.
Almost a $20 move from the opening, and we're just 15 minutes there from the 400.
Where are you looking? An MU?
SNDK.
Okay,
because now is around 380. Let's see.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good. Pay attention to it. You got something. You got something on the move. That's good.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, this is all very interesting. I was doing the silver trade earlier. I'm still in it. Let me see. Yeah, still in it. Bring it out here and see what it's doing. Futures. Getting up to the target. My target's 89. On the daily chart, you can see where it's done the same kind of setup. Put in resistance right there. Higher lows, and you catch the breakout. Just enter the breakout, stop a little below it. I did it on the 30. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, we can get it. Okay, there we go. Yep, that's the resistance I worked with. Then I put in another one here. I got it in right here as it broke this one. So the top of this red candle is where I entered the stop below this big white candle, green candle. And then it moved in, and the stop's at break even now. Again, higher lows, key point, higher lows leading up to a firm resistance. Good, clean breakout. So as far as technical price action is concerned, this is what you want to see for a breakout. The other couple of things that make sense, if you like to look at such things, is there a catalyst? Ideally, you get a catalyst, and that tends to make things break out. And that's usually accompanied by a lot of volume, elevated volume. So those are other indicators you can use as well. Put them all together, and you get into some interesting situations. And you can do the same thing on a 1-minute chart. I did this for years on a 1-minute chart. You guys saw that. But again, the 1 minute is the 1 minute, it's small. You're not going to catch massive stuff, small stuff. So I'm just focused in on the 30 minute for now.